Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. These are some of my favourite videos to film. I'm going to be testing some things that I've bought because I've seen an ad for it and I thought, oh, that looks a bit interesting. I want to see if that person's actually telling the truth about that thing, so I'm going to test it. I'm going to give you my honest thoughts, and if there's anything else that you've seen that you want me to test, let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this kind of video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, because I make them quite frequently, but I've not done one in a while, so let's get into it. Also, wow, my hair is really faded. I'm pretty much back to blonde again. I actually have got two different lip products to test in this. The first thing, I did actually do a little review of this over on my TikTok and my Instagram, but just in case anybody doesn't follow me over there, I thought I would put it in this video because a lot of people requested that I try these. This is from a brand called Sacheu. I think it's Sacheu Beauty, but I could be wrong. It is a peel off lip liner lip stain. This one in particular gained a lot of popularity because Billie Eilish used it in her everyday makeup routine, which, you know what, she actually used another thing, which I've got to say, I bought this because of her. It's the Revlon Semi-Permanent Brow Ink. She used this to do her fake freckles. I also use this now to do my fake freckles. Love this, but we're gonna give this a go again. This time round, I have exfoliated my lips. I've sat them with lip moisturizer on, lip balm, and then I've just completely removed any moisture, any foundation from around the edges. I want a perfect application today, and it looks a little bit scary when you first put it on because it is super dark, and you're supposed to use this just around the edges. When I first tried this, I did it all over, and not only did it not stick to my top lip very well for some reason, it also emphasized a lot of my dry patches, which I have a lot less of today, so fingers crossed. Okay, so the key is you want to have quite a thick line, and I'm not gonna lie, you have to dip in like 5 times. And this is the last time I'm going to try it today. This will be my final conclusion. So I've tried to apply it as evenly as I can, but it is kind of difficult, not gonna lie. This is how it looks. And now we wait for 15 minutes, but in that 15 minutes, I'm gonna carry on with my video because, quite frankly, who has time to just sit around and wait for 15 minutes doing nothing? I do have another couple of lip products to try, but we'll do that when I've taken this off, obviously. This next thing took me one single video and I immediately bought it, and normally I'm not that easily influenced. This was from a user called anika.nix, and actually most of her page is fragrances anyway, so maybe, you know what, I'm gonna drop her a follow. So she made a video about this particular perfume, and it is by a brand called Latafa, I think is the brand, and then the perfume itself is called Eclair, and it says backup bottle worthy, sweet creamy caramel and vanilla eclair, currently half price. And apparently this is a dupe for another fragrance called Bianco Latte, which I don't actually know what that is, but I think it's quite an expensive perfume. So her description of this, she said it was sweet, it was vanilla-y, it's caramelly, it's like a gorgeous, delicious smelling scent. And one of the top comments is, someone chased me down the street because of this scent. Apparently I smelled like a freshly baked Victoria sponge cake. And I was like, okay, immediately sold. It says the original price is £58.80, but I paid £24.80 for this. And this is a perfume brand that comes from the UAE, and from what I know, like a little bit of knowledge of perfume, a lot of perfumes that come from Dubai or the UAE, they are very like strong smelling and they're supposed to be good perfumes. So came in this massive box, and then this is what the bottle looks like. It's kind of cool, also kind of excessive. Like, this is not going to be an easy one to travel with because it's big, it's bulky, it's heavy. I love sweet, vanilla-y, caramelly type fragrances. When I was younger, I used to have the Boots own brand body spray. I think it was, at the time, it was like the Natural Collection body spray. Oh my god, my lips are sticking together. In just the vanilla scent. And I used to wear that to school when I was like 12 or 13, and people would walk into the classroom and be like, oh my god, somebody smells like cake in here. And it was me with my vanilla body spray. Obviously the body spray didn't last as well, but it was very strong smelling. And immediately when I smelt this, I was like, it smells like the body spray I used to have, that people used to tell me I smelled like cake. So if I was to describe this, I already had this on from this morning and I can still smell it. It smells like that old Boots body spray that I used to have, which is like a creamy, vanilla-y with a touch of like caramelliness in there. Maybe like a tiny bit of like almond almost, but it's just a very sickly sweet kind of smell. It does smell a little bit alcohol-y, but that does kind of wear off throughout the day, but it's a very like overpoweringly sweet. If you're not into those kind of like sickly sweet smells, you're probably not gonna like this. But if you like vanilla scents, I personally think this smells amazing. When I first got this, I sprayed it and I did maybe like, I think I did like 4 sprays. I was like, and then I put it on my neck as well. And then James came home from work that evening, and as soon as he walked into the house, he went, oh, someone's been baking. And I was like, I haven't been baking It's the perfume. He did then come and give me a hug and he was like, you've sprayed way too much. So you don't need that much of this. It does last pretty well. I will say I went to bed that night, I woke up the next morning and I could still smell it on me. Since then I've been using less of it. I've just been doing like a 1 spray on my wrist, like dabbing it in, 2 sprays like on my neck. And then I do find it wears off towards the end of the day. However, in terms of lasting power compared to some of my other fragrances, I feel like it lasts really well. And I have absolutely no regrets. I am really happy with this and I will continue to wear it. And I've even already recommended it to one of my friends. So there you go. My time has just gone off for my lip thing. It's time to peel this off. I mean, even just with me talking, it has already started to peel off at the corners. Let's do the top lip first, as that one is already coming away. Why does it not stick to my top lip? That's even less than even less than the last time I tried this. I have done everything I'm supposed to. Okay, on my bottom lip. Well, that is the most subtle thing in the world. I swear this time round I did everything right. My bottom lip, you can see it slightly. My top lip, you can barely see it. I mean, it has defined my lip line more than it was before. The last time I tried this, it gave me a stronger colour. I don't understand, like, what did I do wrong? I did everything. Also, something that bugs me about this is you put it on and you wait 15 minutes and then it's still like hard to actually get a strong, neat line with it. Like, using a lip liner is just so much easier. We will move on to the other lip product. I was gonna do a wear test and like eat some food, but I feel like there's just not even that much point. I did do that on my TikTok and Instagram, so I might insert that footage. See if it will last through my pasta.
Welcome. Every woman on this group can afford a glam squad.
Whoa, okay, jump scare. And I can still see some of the stain, like there still is a little bit of an outline to be honest, but it's nothing super intense that's left. A lot of the colour has kind of gone. There's just like the very slight little bit left on my bottom lip. I can see it more on my top lip. I personally would probably just stick with lip liner or like a different type of lip stain, but I feel like a regular lip liner, a long wearing lip liner, like maybe the Maybelline lifter liners or the Fenty lip liners or something along those lines, I feel like that would last better than this. We will continue with the other lip products, and I was just saying that I'm not that easily influenced, but this was another thing I saw one video of and I was like, yeah, I need to order those immediately. So these actually came from Look Fantastic via the TikTok shop and they were on sale for £5.37 each. They are the Kiko Milano coloured balms and I got 2 different shades. I got Blackberry and Almond, 06 and 08, just because tell me those are not the juiciest looking lips you've ever seen. The packaging reminds me kind of like REM Beauty. Almond looked like it was going to be the lighter shade. Oh, I really like, I don't know, I just like the look of that already. It looks nice. Oh my god, it's so like slippery and shiny. So that one is very, very lightly pigmented. Oh my god, it kind of melts into my hand. The more you put on, obviously the more colour is coming off, but whoa, can you see how much that's kind of like melted as it's touched my skin? That's cool. You know what, this one actually smells like almonds. And then 06 Blackberry. Oh, okay, that one doesn't look as dark as I thought it would. So when you first apply it, it gives me like a bit of resistance, but then as it warms up, it starts melting. Let's do Almond first, because that one's a bit more of like a brown colour. Does the Blackberry one smell of blackberries? Kinda. This one smells a little bit fruity. Oh my god, look how shiny that is. Okay, whoa, it's literally melting. That is melted into my lips. Okay, maybe a little bit too much. It almost feels like it's not gonna last long at all because it sort of melts into this thin oil that is super, super slippery. Oh my god, I mean, honestly, it feels amazing. But it's quite thin. I was expecting it to be a bit more balmy. Honestly, it feels like it's kind of just melted into an oil, but like a thinner lip oil. Do you know, it's almost like I've put olive oil on my lips or something. I kind of wish the formula was a tad thicker and a little bit more balmy, just so it felt like it would last a little bit longer. Like, it doesn't feel as moisturizing as other tinted lip balms that I've tried, because it does feel quite thin, but it's definitely giving me the shine. I'm just gonna wipe off the middle, and then we will do Blackberry, which I feel like maybe I would like this one a bit more. It looks a little bit more pigmented. Okay, yes, that one has a bit more color to it. Oh my god, it literally just slides on. Honestly, that is the most slippery lip formula I've ever tried, in terms of like it actually melts when it touches your lips. Oh, I love that color. I think that is gorgeous. But yeah, like I said, my only gripe is it just feels a little bit too thin. Like I wish the formula was a bit thicker, because I just know that when I eat, this is gonna slide straight off. I would definitely use them again, but I do have other lip balm, like tinted lip balms that I prefer the formula of. I feel like they'd be better maybe on top of a lipstick. So the next thing that I was literally plagued with ads, and I still get them pop up all the time. I'm like, I've bought from you, leave me alone. So I finally went ahead and made an order from Halara, and it was quite an expensive order. By the way, all of this stuff came up on my TikTok, and you could order through their TikTok. However, I went on their website to place the order because I wanted to get a few extra bits as well. The Halara Flex high-waisted side pocket wide leg waffle work pants, original price £40.95, but everything on there is always like on sale, but I don't know if anything ever actually is full price. I got them for £29.95. I have seen everyone and their mum talk about how amazing these trousers are on my TikTok. I was like, okay, fine, I'll order them. They're like stretchy waistband, work style pants, I guess, or trousers. I'm English. But they have this stretchy waistband, and then they're just like wide leg. And then the actual material of them is this like waffly, like a waffly sort of texture. Honestly, the material's kind of strange. The actual like legs themselves are also stretchy, so they're like an all-round stretchy. And I thought, you know what, like I'm pregnant, I'm looking for some stretchy trousers. I'd even seen people try on, I think it was the jeans actually that somebody had tried on, and they were like, I'm 20 weeks pregnant and I got my regular size, and they're so stretchy that they actually fit. So I was like, cool, I'll do the same. So everything I got in a size small. I will try these all on in a sec. The next thing that I got is a pair of Halara jeans, and again, so many ads for these. Regular price, these are supposed to be £68.95, which is not cheap for a pair of jeans. I got them for £39.95. These are the Halara Flex low rise button zipper multiple pocket wash stretchy knit baggy wide leg casual jeans. Again, I got these in a size small. Oh, the trousers I got in mink ash, and I got them in the petite length. Jeans, I went for the regular length, because for some reason with my jeans, like even though I'm 5'2", sometimes my jeans, like if I get petite length, they're too small. I think I have a really short torso and my legs are a little bit longer. But I went for the blue spruce denim and size small regular. These ones do have a button. A lot of the ones that I were advertised, they did not have a button, and they looked more like maternity jeans anyway. But I actually preferred the style of these ones, and these ones were supposedly low rise, which is what I wanted because I want something that sits under my bump. But these are the jeans. As you can see, they're slightly stretchy. Like the waistband is stretchy, but not like crazy stretchy. The actual legs, I will give it to them, like the actual material of the jeans, super stretchy and super comfy feeling. And then the last thing that I got are the Halara Flex low rise drawstring side pocket stretchy knit denim casual shorts, and I got these in washed denim sunny blue, and again small regular. And I thought these would be good for the summer, like being pregnant, having some stretchy denim look shorts that are actually a bit more comfortable. I've got pockets. Original price says £34.95. I paid £27.96. I did get some kind of discount. I got a £6.99 coupon. The shipping was free because I spent over a certain amount, and I ordered these on the 27th of February. Order was shipped out on the 8th of March, so it took a little while. I think it said that they only ship out stuff when they've got it in stock, so they don't order too much stock, which is a good way to work. That's fine. Like I'm happy to wait a bit longer, but if you were wanting these like next day delivery or for like a particular event, you would want to make sure you order with plenty of time. So it was shipped out on the 8th of March, and then it arrived on the 14th of March. So all in all, from when I ordered, it did take over 2 weeks to arrive. So let's try these on, shall we? Doing the shorts first. By the way, this line is from my trousers that I was wearing. By the way, it's something I would recommend. I recommended these on my Instagram, but these Uniqlo trousers, so comfy. Like if you're pregnant, if you're not pregnant, so comfy, and like the stretchiest trousers anyway. By the way, you have to bear in mind, I'm currently 23 weeks pregnant, so obviously that does affect everything. However, these were advertised as low rise shorts. In what world are these low rise? Like if I was to wear them low rise and like under the bump, they look silly because the crotch is like all the way down here. They are not, that is not low rise to me. Even mid rise would be like here. And I mean that kind of looks all right-ish, but these, to me, these are high-waisted shorts, and they're fine, and they are like very stretchy, they are comfortable. And to be fair, I got these in a size small, and like I said, I'm currently 23 weeks pregnant. I think these will fit me for like a little bit longer. Oh my god, the baby's literally kicking me. Like, Mom, what are you doing? I think these will fit me for a bit longer. They don't feel like super tight or anything. Like, they do actually feel really comfortable. And I will be wearing these this summer, and I will be bringing them with me like on holiday and stuff, and even after I've had the baby. To be honest, they're nothing like, they're not super cute. They're fine. I don't love them, but I will definitely keep them because they're comfortable, they're stretchy, they're easy to just throw on with like, I don't know, probably an oversized t-shirt is how I would style these. I feel like they look a bit strange being like high-waisted stuff, just for me. I don't really like the look of high-waisted stuff while I'm pregnant. It just looks a bit odd. Like, it's not super flattering. Like, I feel like something under the bump and then like a little cute t-shirt tucked in would look better, but there you go. I wouldn't order them again. I like them, but they're not like the cutest shorts in the world, but they are definitely comfy and they're definitely stretchy. I'll give them that. So these are the work trousers. So these ones are supposed to be high-waisted. I got these in the petite length. Like I said, I'm 5'2". Let me go all the way back so I can show you how long they are. Hey, can you see me from over here? I don't know. They are reminding me of Simon Cowell. There's high waist and then there's high waist. Like, this is high waist to the extreme that it nearly comes up to my bra. They are so... Honestly, pregnant or not pregnant, these are not for me. The material looks and feels quite cheap. And don't get me wrong, I love a stretchy trouser. Like, anything that's comfortable, I love. But I just don't like how, like, that is so high-waisted. If they were slightly lower down, okay, just picture right now, like, imagine that I'm not pregnant and if I was wearing them like here, maybe that would be better, but then the crotch would be so low down. And I mean, pulling them up this high, that feels like that's where they're supposed to sit. I mean, the length is pretty perfect as somebody that is 5'2", 157 centimeters. And yeah, like, they do feel comfy. I will say though, these ones are definitely tighter than the shorts. The shorts felt like they had a bit more room in them. These ones feel like a little bit restrictive, but I just don't like them. I don't know if it's the color, like, there's no real zip there. It might be the material. Like, they just look a bit like cheap. I don't know. Are you getting what I'm saying? Like, I hope you understand what I'm saying here. Maybe another color would be better, but like, they're just... I don't think these are for me. Maybe they're a bit too wide leg, and like when you walk they kind of like crinkle and crease, and they're kind of like grandpa trousers. Do you know what I mean? So I think I'll be sending those back. You know what? I didn't even need to undo the button. Okay, so the jeans are on. I'm coming to the conclusion that Halara don't seem to know what low rise means. When I actually wear these low rise, why is the crotch all the way down here? This is not a low rise pair of trousers. They're not low rise. Again, whether I'm pregnant or not pregnant, these would definitely fit like on or slightly above my belly button. I would say, if anything, they are mid to high rise. They are not a low rise pair of jeans. The person that was wearing the Halara jeans and said, I'm pregnant and they still fit me and they've like are so stretchy, I'm gonna wear them throughout my whole pregnancy. That is not gonna be the case for me. Like, these feel restrictive on my belly. I'm just gonna undo the button for the minute because the waistband itself isn't super stretchy, but I've gotta say, the rest of the jeans, let me go all the way back again. Yeah, also the length again, I got these in regular, pretty perfect, but the stretch in the actual leg, so unbelievably stretchy. Even more stretchy and a thinner material than those viral stretchy jeans that I tested in one of those other videos like this. These are the comfiest jeans I've ever put on my body. They don't feel super expensive. I've just noticed there's a massive long thread, yellow thread poking out of them. Because they are a bit of a thinner material, like, they don't feel super expensive, but my god, they are so stretchy, so thin. It actually kind of feels like I'm wearing a pair of joggers. And you know what? Throughout my pregnancy, I could easily wear them just undone like this with a jumper over the top because they feel so comfy. Like, I could literally, like, I mean, I can't do any gymnastics moves. Easy, no ripping whatsoever. I've got no idea what they look like from the back because I'm not gonna lie, I did not put on some very flattering underwear because I didn't think that through, but I think they look all right. I can't see, I don't have a mirror in front of me. They have some pockets on the back. So they're not low rise, but I will 100% be keeping these because I think they will be an amazing pair of, what's it called? Postnatal, like after I've had the baby jeans, because they're stretchy, they're comfy. God, I'm so out of breath. They're stretchy, they're comfy, like they feel so good. And I just know that these are gonna fit. I hope that they will fit perfectly like after I've had this little bub. But yeah, they're definitely not low rise because look, when I undo them like that, that's low rise. There you go. Do not like the viral waffle pants, but the jeans, besides the fact they're not low rise and that bugs me and they don't know what low rise means, other than that, the jeans are great. The next brand that I have been curious about this for a good few years now actually. This brand is Firmoo. It's a glasses brand and I have seen everywhere that you can get these really cheap glasses. It will say like 2 frames for £20 or something, or like just really good deals on glasses, and I thought, okay, that seems a bit too good to be true, and maybe it is. I am usually a Specsavers glasses kind of gal. I have been going to Specsavers since I think I was 10. My eyesight is really bad. I wear contact lenses every day. My prescription is -5.75 in this eye, -5.5 in this eye, so like pretty bad. So I just thought I'd show you. These are my glasses from Specsavers. This is gonna kind of hurt because I have my contact lenses in anyway, but these are my Specsavers glasses. If anyone was interested, can I give you a code? It says Specsavers 5002625. So I did actually have to go in there and ask them for a printout of my prescription because I didn't have it written down for some reason. I have an astigmatism, which means that my eyeballs are not like perfectly round. They're slightly like funny shaped, and so I needed all of those numbers as well, because when you go onto the Firmoo website you can input all of that information. You can input your prescription, if you have an astigmatism, like you measure like the distance between your eyes, which I did with a tape measure. So the first pair look like this, and tried on they look like this, which I know these are not going to be for everyone. Wow, this is hurting my eyes because I've got my lenses in. They looked like a dupe of the Miu Miu, is that how you say it? Those like cool glasses that I've seen loads of cool people wearing. Also, they're kind of giving Elwoods from Legally Blonde. And then I wanted like a wire frame pair, so I also went for these, which look like this. Oh my god. I really don't know about these ones, guys. They make my eyes look super small because they sit further away from my face. And like my prescription anyway makes my eyes look really small because my lenses have to be so thick. But let me just break down the cost. So most of the glasses start around the £20 mark. And there are these deals that pop up saying like first pair, £5. There's different deals that you can do. However, there is a catch. The basic frames are £21 or £20 or whatever. The tortoiseshell ones that I got were £21 just for the frame. The wire frames were £23. They come in loads of colours. They've got so many styles. I personally went onto the website and I selected, like, there was a category where you could do like smaller frame or like smaller face or narrower face or narrow frame, something like that. And then it says, okay, well, put in your prescription. Do you want a colour on your lens? Do you want them to be like blue light glasses, which are supposed to help with, you know, looking at screens and stuff? And then it will say, oh, because your prescription is quite heavy, we really recommend that you get this lens thinning, which, I mean, I always do that with my Specsavers ones anyway. And so that's like an extra fee. And then it says, we really recommend you get this coating so that they don't get as smudgy. It protects them from getting like water condensation on them and stuff like that. And then all of these things add up. So with all of the extra things, the advanced coating that I got and the thinning lens and like the anti-reflective while driving thing, this pair of glasses came to a total of £47 with all of the add-ons. And then again, with the second pair of glasses, I did all of those same things. These came to £52. And so all in all, my order was gonna be £99 for 2 pairs of glasses. Probably cheaper than Specsavers, to be fair. £47 for a pair of glasses with the prescription and all of that stuff is not half bad. Then I added the promo code, which was 2 for 1. For some reason that saved me £37.50. And so with my discount, I paid £66.50 for 2 pairs of glasses, which, you know what? That is pretty damn good. Definitely better than you can get in a store. So I will give them that. However, if you're thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna get a pair of prescription glasses for 20 quid. Not gonna happen. That's just for the frames. They both arrived in a box with a little bag and cleaning cloth, which is good. So I ordered these on the 6th of March. They were shipped out on the 9th, so only 3 days later. And then they arrived on the 19th. They did take, again, they took a while to get here. It says 60-day return and exchange. What I will say, from buying glasses online versus like having them done in Specsavers, these ones I thought were really cute. However, they're only cute when I have makeup on. When I have a bare face and I'm pale and my eyes look really small, these look so bad, I think, anyway. And also, another thing I don't love about them is the nose pads are really obvious. I feel like they should have made the nose bits in like a lighter material because they just look so dark. They did a really good job on these ones of like the lens thinning, and they don't really pop out that far from the glass, which is good. Annoyingly though, there was a time where I did wear these all day. I think it was last weekend. I found them quite uncomfortable and I was getting almost like a pressure headache behind my ears because they're quite tight. And I guess like I selected ones for like a narrower frame or whatever. I don't know if there's a way to loosen them because they are quite uncomfy. And these bits, like they feel flexible, but I'm scared to bend that down because I don't want to snap it. Whereas when you get them in a store, they will like heat up the ends and they'll bend them and make sure they fit perfectly behind your ears. Whereas you don't get any of that fitting stuff just getting them online. And so they're not particularly comfortable, which is annoying. I'm probably just going to keep them as like a spare pair. Maybe I'll keep them in my car for like if I just need them to drive somewhere. It's a bit of a gamble on whether they're actually going to fit properly. And then same with these metal frames. They're really rattly, which is kind of annoying. I just feel like these sit too high up on me. Like, why are my eyebrows? Why are they over my eyebrows? I feel like they should sit like here. But then, I mean, to be fair, it did say you can bend the nose things. Let's see if I bend them a little bit, if they'll sit a little bit further down. But again, I'm scared to do that without a professional. Okay, that kind of helps. Another thing that I noticed with these ones, because they stick out quite far from my face, not only did they make my eyes look smaller, the lenses on these ones look way thicker, I guess because it's like a wire frame. Like, how hilarious, look how thick the lenses are, and that's with lens thinning, super duper thick. But what I noticed with these, because they're quite small, like the actual frame is quite small, the thing that bugs me about these, if I'm looking down, I can almost like under here, it doesn't cover my vision enough. So like if I'm looking down at something, if I look too far down, I'm like looking out the bottom of the glasses and it's blurry. So I don't know with these ones, they just aren't quite right. Maybe I needed to go for a slightly bigger lens, frame, whatever. But these ones are definitely more comfortable. I will say that. Yeah, I would say they are definitely suited for like a slightly smaller head, because sometimes some of the ones you try on in Specsavers, they'll stick out like so far. These ones, not too bad. You are getting a good deal. And if you're somebody that's not particularly fussy about your glasses, maybe if you, I mean, to be fair, mine's a little bit more fussy because I have quite a strong prescription and I have an astigmatism, and so I need like the lens thinning and everything like that. But if you are looking for just like a cute pair of like reading glasses, or maybe your prescription is a lot like less and you don't need as strong of a prescription, then maybe this would be a good option for you. But for somebody like me that has quite bad eyesight and a few different things, then I don't know if I would necessarily recommend them. I feel like you're just better suited. Like, look how much these are bent down, and they bent those for me like in the store. These ones just fit me so much better. They're so much more comfortable. I can see out of them. They check all these things when you go and collect them. Personally, I will continue to get them from an actual shop. So everyone, that is it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Like I said, let me know if there's anything else you want me to test, because I can definitely do more of these videos. They're really fun. A few hits and a few misses in this one, I would say. I hope you guys are good. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.